Picture your dinner table in 2035. The plates are set. The glasses are filled. But the food on the table, the very substance that has defined human culture for 10,000 years, is no longer what you remember. The steak on your plate did not come from a cow. It was grown in a bioreactor, cell by cell, from a sample taken years ago from an animal that was never slaughtered. The vegetables beside it were not planted in soil. They were printed, layer by layer, by a machine no larger than a microwave. And the nutritional profile of your meal was not determined by your preferences. It was calculated by an algorithm that knows more about your body than you do. This is not science fiction. Your kitchen, your supermarket, your relationship with food itself, all of it is being rewritten right now. For 80,000 years, food has meant one thing, something that grew in soil, walked on land, or swam in water. That era is closing. By 2035, cellular agriculture, the process of growing real animal tissue without raising and slaughtering animals, will have matured from laboratory curiosity to industrial reality. The first lab-grown burger, produced in 2013, cost $330,000. By 2023, the cost had fallen below $10. By 2035, it will be cheaper than farmed meat. And when cost parity arrives, the economics of traditional animal agriculture collapse. But meat is only the most visible disruption. Precision fermentation, using microorganisms to produce specific proteins, will manufacture dairy proteins, egg proteins, and entire food ingredients without a single cow or chicken. Your cheese will be molecularly identical to traditional cheese. Your milk will be real milk, but no animal will have produced it. The supermarket aisle in 2035 will not be divided into meat, dairy, and produce. It will be divided into farmed and fermented, and the fermented aisle will be larger. The farm is not disappearing, but the farm animal is. Now, walk into the kitchen. By 2035, the three-dimensional food printer, a device that today sounds like a novelty, will be as common as the microwave is today. The principle is simple. Cartridges of edible ingredients, protein pastes, carbohydrate bases, fat emulsions, flavor compounds are layered with precision to create meals that look and taste like anything. A salmon fillet with the exact omega-3 profile your body needs. A pizza with a crust optimized for your gut biome. A chocolate dessert with half the sugar and none of the artificial sweeteners. This is not meal preparation as you know it. This is food as personalized medicine. And it will not be optional. Not because anyone forces it, but because the economics become irresistible. A three-dimensional printed meal costs a fraction of a restaurant dinner, produces almost no food waste, and requires no cooking skill, no shopping, and no cleanup. Your kitchen in 2035 does not cook your food. It prints it. But here is the question. No technology company wants to answer out loud. Who owns the data that makes this possible? Your three-dimensional food printer does not guess what to make. It receives instructions from an artificial intelligence that knows your genome, your blood chemistry, your microbiome, your sleep patterns, your exercise data, and your current mood, measured by the devices in your home and on your body. By 2035, your nutritional intake will be the most surveilled aspect of your life after your finances. And that data will not belong to you. The company that powers your kitchen will sell anonymized nutritional data to insurers who will adjust your premiums based on what you eat. It will sell to employers who will evaluate your health risk before offering you a job. It will sell to pharmaceutical companies who will target advertisements for drugs you do not yet know you need. Your food is no longer just food. It is a stream of data about your body. And in a world where your body produces data, whoever owns that data owns you. Privacy as a concept arrives at the dinner table, but the deepest loss is not economic or political. It is cultural. Food has been the center of human civilization since the first fire was lit. It is how we grieve at funerals, how we celebrate weddings, how we say goodbye, how we say welcome home. Every culture on Earth has foods that mean more than nutrition, foods that carry identity, memory, belonging. In 2035, the meal on your plate may have perfect nutrition, but it has no grandmother. No recipe passed across generations, no memory of a specific field, a specific season, a specific pair of hands. The algorithms do not know why your mother adds an extra pinch of salt to the soup, not for taste, but because her mother did, and her mother before that. They know your sodium levels, your potassium balance, your caloric needs. They know everything about your body. They know nothing about your soul. The world of 2035 will be fed more efficiently, more sustainably, more personally than any generation in history. And yet something essential, something no bioreactor can produce, no printer can layer, no algorithm can calculate, will have been processed out of existence. The question is not whether food will change. It is changing now in laboratories and factories and startups you have never heard of. The question is whether we will recognize what we have lost before it is too late to reclaim it. Your food in 2035 will be unrecognizable. What remains to be seen is whether your relationship with food, with culture, with memory, with each other, survives the transformation. Do subscribe to The Next World to see what is coming next. The future waits for no one.